And you mentioned the leverage, and this is what really, I'm just going to say, was jaw-dropping to me. I read an article on CNBC, and the leverage was insane. And I bet most investors have no clue about it. And, there are ways to leverage crypto here in the US, but the offshore market is where things just get wild. And you have to remember, obviously, cryptocurrency is a global asset class, right? People and all across the world are buying it essentially.
Yep.
So that can move the needle. But offshore decentralized exchange Hyperliquid offers maximum leverage. You ready for this? Of 40 times for Bitcoin and 25 times for Ether. And then Binance Labs linked Aster, again, another offshore decentralized exchange, offers as much as 100 times leverage depending on the token. I mean, it is just crazy the things that people are doing in cryptocurrency. And the reason it's so dangerous is because if a decline comes and investors need to unwind a position, it can create a cascade of selling that leads to massive losses. And it doesn't even just need to be a little bit of a loss, right? If you have double leverage on something, you can withstand a little bit of a loss before you get that margin call. But 100 times leverage, I mean, you get a margin call if it's down maybe 5% because you are so over leveraged on that.
Right. And 100 times, it's just ridiculous because your loss will be high. And the problem is that leverage has destroyed almost every major investment out of time. 2008, what happened? The banks were so over leveraged because they're doing all these crazy loans and so forth. People were over leveraged doing these loans. That caused a problem. Every time you look out and there's a major bust, it's because of leverage where people get overexcited about these things. And you said 100 times. So if I put in, make sure I get this right. So if I put in $1,000 as a deposit, I can leverage up to $100,000 and make that investment $100,000.
Yeah, so you'd buy $100,000 worth of Bitcoin essentially.
And so Bitcoin went down 1%. I just wiped myself out.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, and I mean that's the crazy part, right? And this is also inflating the market, right? Because you don't need $100,000 to buy Bitcoin, and I think there are other cryptocurrencies that have different markers. I'm not sure if Bitcoin you can leverage 100 times on Aster, but they just kind of pointed that out. But again, using that example is you put in 1,000. Well, now you get 100,000. So now you're pumping $100,000 into Bitcoin, and multiple people doing that. It's artificially lifting the price of Bitcoin because there's so much leverage in the space that there's really not, again, $100,000 worth of solid money in Bitcoin. There's one person that is crazy leverage in it that is, again, artificially almost lifting the price of that cryptocurrency.
And people don't want to hear it because like, oh, no, you're spoiling the party. It's just like leverage is not good. Whenever you have that type of leverage,